Good day, Crafty Chums. It's Nicky here, and today is Tuesday, the 5th of November, and I've just woken up. Time to go and grab the breakfast. It's a little bit earlier this morning than yesterday, because although I have to leave the house usually at 8:30, today I've got to leave a little bit earlier because I've got to take the cat to the vet. He needs to go under anaesthetic, and so if you hear any meowing or howling, it's because I have to take the boy in for general anaesthetic so they can clean his teeth for. Honestly, I've just got out of bed first thing in the morning, and he's got to have his teeth cleaned, and then he may have to have some taken out as well because he's got some pus on his gums and that, so they're going to sort him out hopefully this morning and all will be well. So I'm just opening my curtains. I'm just going to have some breakfast, and I'll just turn this off, then turn the camera around so you can see me opening the window, eh? That would be like fabulous. Sorry, it's still early. Oh, here we go. I'll probably blind the camera doing this as well, but anyway, I want to see the view. As little glass cats look. If I do it this way, as gently opening the light, it won't kill it. That's not my car. That's someone else's car. Next door's visitors parked outside the house. That's my view at the moment from my kitchen window. Because, oh hi! Honestly, it's just gone 6:30. Someone off to work nice and early. That's a view from my kitchen window at the moment. Pretty soon it will just be houses right in front of me at the side of the road, because they will be building some more houses. There's a playground right in front. Just over that line there is the ocean. Motion of the ocean. So yeah, first thing I do in the mornings usually is open my curtain blinds. Kitchen window blinds. There you go. That pattern you can see there is the shadow the gate's making, if you were wondering on yesterday's video. So you can see it there. That's my gate to the outside world. We've got a see-through one so the cat could sit there and view the world going by with his blind little... Anyway, he sits there and he listens to the kids, and there he is, look. Yeah. So anyway, it's pretty, isn't it? Pretty pattern. So I managed to get my cereal for the morning, so that's good. So I won't have to have that horrible porridge again until next time I run out. And I run out because quite often at the weekends when I could go shopping, I'm too tired to go shopping, and all I want to do is sleep. Oh well, first world problems, eh? These are some lights I've got. Very nice. That's a TV that isn't plugged into the landline. You know, I usually watch videos on it and that because I don't have a TV aerial or anything. So, see, I'm still in pyjamas. That's the fence between me and next door. It's next door. Hello, next door. Gotta clean the window. Yeah, gotta clean the window, look. Maybe at the weekend. Okay. So the cat, he's allowed water, but he's not allowed food. He hasn't been allowed food since midnight. He's going mad now. He's going, where's my food? Where's my food, Mummy? Where's my food? So I'm going to do something really mean and have breakfast in front of him. Because that's the kind of girl I am. Yeah, so I managed to get my breakfast cereal. It's a gluten-free cereal, obviously, because I'm a celiac. I might show you different bits of eating and things in vlogs if you're interested and things. But yeah, that's my breakfast cereal. That's my measly 3 apples I've got left. But I meant to get some bananas yesterday, but I forgot. I like a big bowl of cereal. And celiac and bit of lactose intolerant as well, so got the almond milk as well, which is always good. It's a good shake to get all the bits off the bottom. And then I'm away. Oh, hang on, I've got to turn the kettle on yet. I've got to fill it up. I can't do it really with one hand, so yeah. Oh, look, I didn't finish the washing up. So many things to do, so little time to do it in. See you later. Okay, I've got to be cat wrangler now because I've got to get him into the cat carrier. Obviously, he don't want to go. He doesn't want to go. Here we go. Well, already just a little bit behind schedule than I thought it was going to be. So we'll just pop. This is harder one-handed than I thought. There's nowhere to hide, puss. Oh. Just get in there, mate. Accept your fate. Oh. So, yeah, cat wrangler. That's my job. These cages are quite good. You know, the top clipped cages. So there we go. We're off to the vets. Maui, Maui. And that's why you haven't been fed this morning. Next time I starve you in the morning, you'll know why. There we go, off to the vets. Okay, so we're off. Just a little bit later starting than I thought I was going to be. I think next door's cat's just vomited a pile in my driveway, which is nice. Just drove through that. Oh. But anywho, if you're wondering about the sunshine, of course, obviously, this is New Zealand. And it's spring coming on towards summer. And we've got 22 degrees forecast for today, so another hot day for us today. Yesterday was almost unbearable at 25 degrees. I know the temperatures aren't that high, but hey ho. So I just thought I'd take you along for the ride to the vet. So I may stop and start. Of course, because I don't want a 30-minute video to be playing. I'm supposed to be driving. You're a little bit at the high view because of course I'm wearing my works uniform, so I don't want you to see the logos and that. Just for privacy for my clients. And I might take you on a drive when I go in between clients' houses, but I won't actually show you anywhere near the client's place. It'll be, you know, I'd stop video before I get there, and you know, after I've left, because for privacy reasons also. I should notice my fringe is a bit long, needs cutting again, or bangs as you Americans say. She bangs, she bangs. Fringe, it's called a fringe. Over here, I used to read books when I was a child, and they'd be describing, you know, the female and go on about her bangs, and I didn't have a clue what bangs were. So weird. Totally out of context for me. So yeah, I'd give you a front view actually. It's quite a good front view ahead of me as I come out of my little township here. We've got the mountains right ahead of us. The school bus is just going, so the school bus is just going by us there. Had to start earlier this morning because I've taken the cat to the vet. He's been very quiet in the back of the car there. Normally he'll give a howl or two, but he hasn't so far, so maybe hearing my voice talking is reassuring him or something. yeah, you can see the mountains on the horizon there. Or maybe you can't. I don't know actually what you're able to view as you come this way. Normally, for my first client of the day, I drive straight along this road for about 18 kilometres before I make a turn off, and then, you know, a couple of diversions to go to the back road. But I'm going to have to go to the vets, so we're going to make a turn off just up here. I wonder if I try mounting this on there. Oh, there's a car behind me that doesn't want to slow down to do the speed limit. He'll be pleased I'm turning off. I'm going to make my turn off here. I can make the turn off 2 turns up the road, but I'll turn off on this one, and he's going to pass me now. Yeah, but it's not too wobbly. You're just on a mount on the front of the car. I wonder if a window mount would be better, because maybe you wouldn't get so much vibration off it, off the little mount thing there. But hey, if I decide to do these a little bit more of these vlogs, then why not? Drive through Rangiora, which is the next major town. This place here is called Woodend. Woodend. The end of the wood, I suppose, before you get to the other wood. I love how names, you know, they come up with place names. Woodend describes it all. I mean, like Windy Hill, obviously is a hill with around a lot of wind. Sandfly Cove will be the cove with lots of sandflies. I love descriptive word names, you know, names that say what it means and means what it says. There's a lot of building going on around here, obviously because of the earthquakes that we went through in this area, so there's lots of rebuilding and regeneration going on. She's the Rangiora Woodend Road, obviously because it's between Rangiora and Woodend. So yeah, they're building a new housing estate on the right. It's to rehome all the people in the centre of Christchurch, although we did get lots of earthquakes out this way as well. We weren't as badly affected as the centre of Christchurch, which is just 25 kilometres away. This is a new road that they've built, and we're just coming onto the rougher one now. Some roads that we travel are quite rough because they're still haven't been sorted out after the earthquakes. Yeah. So I'm just going to turn off now and maybe come back on when we get a little bit closer to the vets. And you may be able to see straight ahead, there's a huge mountain ahead of me there as well. But it's the start of the Southern Alps mountain range, just here along in this area. So yeah, see you again soon. So we're almost in the centre of Rangiora here, and And as we're coming along, this is the high street, and as we're coming along here, it always reminds me of that, you know, saying one horse town. Not as much as Arrowtown does, but almost as much as Arrowtown does. But they've still actually got hitching posts in Arrowtown, but they don't have hitching posts. Hitching, not itching, hitching posts here. Yeah. So just coming up to the traffic lights, and then we'll be in the centre of town. They're just building some more buildings here on the left. It's still early in the morning, so not too many cars parked here, but normally this place will just have loads and loads of cars around, and all the pedestrian crossings here are like what they call lazy policemen, where you know, it's like a speed bump thing really. So yeah, as I say, it's still quite early, so not too many people about, because normally you have to stop at every single one of these pedestrian crossings because there'll be someone crossing, and usually there's cars parked there and they quite hide the people crossing, so quite often you won't see them, so you have to go really, really slow as you come through here, because you won't see them until you're almost on top of them. Sometimes, you know, the shrubbery and the trees and that hide them, and the cars will hide them, and yeah. So that was the centre of Rangiora. There's the fire engine. My son's a volunteer firefighter. He used to be on that fire engine, but he's moved away now. Everything's okay. They're actually running on silent. They're flashing their lights, but they're actually on silent. You can't hear them. It's also recycling day. You can see the yellow top bins out here are the recycling bins. I go on about recycling a lot here, but the yellow top bins are the recycling bins, and the green top bins are the green waste, so, you know, household, you know, scraps of food and grass cuttings and things like that. So yeah, just a little further up here and we'll be at the vets. Yeah, when I say that I don't keep a lot of things around the house for crafting, because we have a good recycling system, and yeah, you can see the huge recycling bins that we have that go out. It's not you don't have to sort it or anything. It's sorted at the depots. There's one vet's there, but I'm off to a bigger vet. An old folks village on the right, which is very nice. Charlie Upham village. He was a war hero, in a New Zealand war hero, Charlie Upham, decorated and that. So yeah, we're almost there. We're almost at the vets. This is it. we go. Oh, someone's parked on a skew there. So obviously I can't get in there. Oh, look at that. There's 2 jaguars there. And that's not the animal, that's the cars. And both of them are parked a bit skew with. Let's see if I can get in beside this jaguar here. He's not in the parking space there, but wow. Honestly, really? Really bad parking jaguar, folks. Anyway, see you later. So that's the cat dropped at the vet's, and just on to the next client now. It's actually quite difficult to get out on this road because it's a coming up to the 100k speed limit here, but got out okay there. So I'm moving on out into the countryside now for my first client of the day. I should get there on time, even though I've had to make that detour to the vets. I should actually still make it to work on time. Yay me! Oh dear. So this is the road to Oxford. Or to Oxford, they call this road the Oxford Road because it leads to Oxford. And what's that? Is that on my windscreen or on my phone? I don't know. I've got a little thing on my phone. Oh well. I think it's on my phone rather than on the screen. So my turn off is just ahead. Where that silver car's coming out of, you probably can't see that because the road will be going wobbly wobbly wobbly. So it's a dog taking a human for a walk. This is one of the country schools here, just over here on the right. A bit slower around here because of course the kids are all arriving and at school. This is one of the reasons why I like my job so much, actually, is that I get to travel. You know, I'm not in a hospital or I'm not in an old people's home, or, you know, I actually get to travel and work with people in their homes. And the part I like about it, of course, obviously, is the travelling. New Zealand is such a beautiful country that you know, it's a real pleasure to be able to have a job where part of your job is to travel, and I love it because in my normal day-to-day life I wouldn't be travelling all these back roads, and you know, I'd be staying on the main highways and just going from A to B. But here I go A plus B, B plus B minus, C, D, you know, I go all over the place. I'm getting to know the countryside really well around where I live, which, you know, can take you a lifetime to learn, but because I travel for my work, as part of my work, I'm getting to learn it pretty quickly. I can't always remember the names of roads because I go up and down a lot of roads, but yeah, I can remember quite a lot of it. I'm going to switch off the camera up here because although I'm still 10 minutes away, I just don't want to you know, compromise the privacy of my client. So yeah, speak again soon. So anyway, I've just picked up my cat from the vets, and 12 extractions later, I am shocked. Absolutely shocked, because I didn't have a clue did not have a clue that that there was anything even wrong, because he was still eating and everything. So very, very shocked. $1,500 later, eh? Woohoo! So anyway, I'm taking him home. He's on antibiotics, of course, obviously because of the extractions. So he needs to, you know, have his mouth kept cleaned. I've got mouthwash, antibiotics, and what was the other thing he's got? Oh yes, some more pain relief for him. Because of course, obviously, it's painful to have teeth taken out. So we're off back home. It's 6:30 in the evening now. Started at 8 o'clock this morning. Still not home yet. So yeah, long day. Long day, and I won't be home for a while. So no crafting tonight, because I'll get in, settle the cat, give him his meds that he needs, get round to get something to eat, and by the time I've done all that, it'll be time for bed. So yeah, oh well, end of another day. Another day, another dollar, as they say. I think that in this life I'm never meant to be a rich person, because on Friday I've got to take the car in to be repaired. Okay then. Ah well. Anywho, see you tomorrow.